Hey, welcome into another episode of the Seahawkers Show with your host, Todd Fox. That is me. Please like and subscribe and share with another Seahawks friend or fan, and we'll see where this goes. I'm trying to get as many subscribers, and hopefully you like the content I put out there. I do a recap of every game on Friday, on Happy Blue Friday, and then also do a recap Monday or Tuesday after a loss or win. Win, lose, or tie, but notice I said loss first because we lost 2 in a row, and we're going to get into this one right now. Minnesota Vikings versus Seattle Seahawks. Russell Wilson, before this game, had never lost to the Minnesota Vikings, was undefeated, 7-0. The commentators made sure to bring that up to jinx that. They also brought up the fact that Whiners hasn't missed a field goal every time he attempted a field goal, as well as the extra points and stuff like that. They just love to jinx anytime they can. But with enough said, this game was supposed to be a game Seahawks are much better than the Minnesota Vikings. The problem I had with this game is that we have reverted to last season. And this happened in the Tennessee Titans game. This is almost a mirror image of the Titans game without the fact that Seattle had a 14-point lead twice in the second half of that game. The problem with this game, why I say it mirrors that game, is the fact that Seattle's defense played super soft. They never adjusted, and they over blitzed at times, and not the right way. They blitzed against play action. It seemed like Minnesota knew it was coming. The zone was terrible. The DBs were playing way too far off the receivers and not following assignments. Now the DBs in the since the game have been blaming the defensive coaches, and the defensive coaches have been blaming the DBs. So that's not good. Now, remember last year, Seattle said, let's let Russ cook. And he put up tremendous MVP stats in the first 8 or 9 games of the season. Then the offense scaled back and went conservative. The defense then took over and played great. The defense wasn't the problem towards the end of the year. That's what saved Ken Norton's job, because in the first half of last year, Ken Norton's defense was getting sliced up like it has been the last 2 weeks. And Seattle's sitting there at 1-2. Losing 2 games to two teams outside the division. The problem is losing that home game. I felt that this Vikings game would have been a trap game, and it wouldn't have surprised me had Seattle lost, thinking about the 49ers and Rams in the next 2 weeks. The problem is you lost that game at home, and now you're facing a division which has only lost one other game, which is the Niners losing that last-second game to the Packers. So now you have the Niners upset that they lost at home. Now you go into Santa Clara on a 2-game losing streak, trying to fix your defense against a gimmicky, and I will say this 1,000 times, the Niners have a gimmicky-ass offense. That's all it is gimmicks, BS plays, and I'll get into that next game. They just pissed me off just talking about Santa Clara. So I'll get into that next video, but for now, let's refocus back on the Seahawks and Vikings game. This game, they were way too passive against the run and way too passive against the pass. I mean, there was times where they were leaving receivers open. You know, their only 2 threats at wide receiver are Jefferson and Thielen, and they were making catches with nobody around. I mean, nobody around, and 3rd and longs too. Those were killer. I'll get into the highlights right now. Let's check what happened here in this game. And here's the first quarter, right? This is the first drive of the game. Seattle has the ball. Offensively, Seattle played like they did against Tennessee. Got off to a really hot start in this game. And again, why it mirrored the Titans game is the second half, Seattle's offense could not protect. They refused to protect for Russell Wilson. There wasn't those quick throws that he had in the first half or quick plays, and he took some sacks in the second half. And he also, they stopped running the ball. They gave the ball only 12 times to Chris Carson and 2 times in the second half. He had 74 yards in the first half. He had only 6 yards on 2 carries in the second half. Also, the Seahawks, because they lost the coin flip and because their defense could not get off the field in the third quarter especially, had the ball for only 1 possession in 3 minutes of that third quarter. So by the time they get the ball back again to try to salvage something, they're already down 10 points in the fourth quarter. So let's get to some of these highlights real quick. Again, here's a good first drive. Here's a pass pattern right here that DK Metcalf can make. He bounces off the defender right here. This is not a normal route for him, but the more routes he learns, he could do stuff like this. Yard after the catch. Look, makes the safety miss, gets into the secondary, hits the other safety, had to get him down. So already he's in the red zone right here. This drive was all DK Metcalf. Look, good again. Good pass protection. The Vikings are running a 3-4 at this point. Little simple out route. Boom, Metcalf, touchdown. Too easy. Seattle led 7-0. Now, they were arguing the Vikings secondary after this drive with their coordinators. And what happened? The Vikings defense changed after this. Seattle did not adjust. Here's the Vikings, and here's a problem. It's 7-0 right now. You have Madison in there. You don't have Cook, which I was scared of. And I forgot that last year Madison went off against Seattle when Cook got hurt and couldn't play in that game in Seattle. I forgot he got like 129 yards plus like 60 yards receiving. So he had almost 200 yards of offense, and he almost repeated that because look at what happens right here. Seattle over pursues, and this is what their defense hasn't done this year. They're not smart when filling a screen. If you're getting let in so easy by the offensive lineman, they actually let you go, it's time for you to peel back. You got to peel back and try to play coverage. Right here, here's an easy screen because they over pursue, and then right here, this gains like 20 or 30 yards because no one's around. Lucky there wasn't a horse collar there on top of that for Adams. That looked like a horse collar. So here's the next play right here. Over pursuing on the blitz. And we're not seeing any Adams blitzes. Now, last year I did not want to see Adams blitz as much because that take away from the coverage. But plain and simple, because their pass rush was so bad till Dunlap came around, the fact that you had Adams blitzing in there getting 8 or 9 sacks was huge. They haven't blitzed him at all. So here they're blitzing Reed, I think, from the other side, or Omadi. And so here's a play action over pursuing. Everyone's over here. This is wide open. He has 2 or 3 options right here because there's such bad coverage going this way. They all go to the left against an Amendola too. Wide open. Look at that. Tight end. He was having the best game of his career. So inside the 20 right there, that's Conklin. Here it is again. Shotgun formation. Easy play because Flowers is playing 10 yards off the ball. Look at that. He's like 4 yards away from Jefferson. You shouldn't be playing that far back on Jefferson. First down. Flowers was getting torched in this game. And it's sad because Flowers can be a better player. And this is just a good throw and catch right here because there's really nothing else open. But because he runs this little timed route right here, the linebacker really has no play. And he almost makes a play on it, actually, right there. Almost makes a play on it, but it's a touchdown. So I'll give the Vikings that. They earned that touchdown. It was just bad defense. Now here's the offense. Here's the jet sweep with the receiver Swain. I like this play right here. They ran this one with DJ Moore a lot last year. First down right there. It keeps the defense honest because the Vikings were blitzing from the left side, so that was good. Here's a shotgun play right here where looking downfield, fakes the screen, wide open Metcalf. We need to see more of that. If the screen's not there, go downfield. I don't understand why Seattle doesn't do that more. So there you go. That's a nice play right here inside the 30. Now here's a nice run. When's the last time we've seen a running back for Seattle break one off, especially from 30 yards or more? This was nice to see. Powerful run here by Carson. Nice hold to the left side. Gets through the secondary and the safeties. He could have ran for 70 on that one. I think he would have beat that corner. So right there at 17-7, you're feeling, okay, Seattle's in a good place. Here is the play of the game. This is the play of the game right here. This changed everything. Now right here, you look at the clock. It's 9:54 left to go. Minnesota gets the ball first in the second half. The reason why I'm saying that is if Seattle could have got the ball back at this juncture, moving the football like they had just come off a touchdown, going up 10 points. If you're able to get the ball back, go downfield and score another touchdown, you're up 24-7. Vikings are in haste mode trying to score before halftime. If you could stop them, all momentum is yours. All momentum is yours. Instead, you get Omadi not even close to the ball. He's down here by Flowers, getting a crucial hold on a 3rd and 3. See, 3rd and 3 right here, you have them stopped. The defense comes in, sack. That sack no longer counts. The defense did its job, but this hold right here screwed everything up. Away from the ball, another penalty just like the Titans game that extended a drive that shouldn't have extended. Now right here, look at this, rushing yards. At this point in the second quarter, Seattle has 90. Vikings have 12. Again, that would not last because Russell Wilson did not run because he didn't have time in the second half, and Carson didn't touch the ball but 2 more times. The Vikings would go on to add another 140 to 60 yards to that total. So, yeah, that should tell you something. Here's the Vikings moving down the field, over pursuing on a screen again. Good blockers ahead of them. Nobody in the backside. Poor tackling. Another 5 to 6 yards. Vikings gaining momentum right here, trying to get back into it. Kirk Cousins, they were letting him have the game of his life, and then here's over pursuing again, wide open to the left side, first down. Here it is again, 4-man rush, too much time. Look at this. Okay, if you're only going to rush 4, how the hell is he that open? Why? You have 4 guys in, 7 guys out, and he's that open. Because they're playing a soft-ass zone. Why do the Seahawks have to play zone? I hate that defense. It's never won them anything. At their best, they've never, ever won anything on the zone. 3rd and 13 right here. You got to stop them, right? This is inexcusable. Too easy. Adam Thielen. No help over top. And they didn't even push. There was no pushing up front by the Seahawks defense. Here it is later. Right before the half, they get the ball back because Seattle did not do nothing. So Seattle did not come back and try to score before halftime. They gave it right back to the Vikings, and here comes Kirk Cousins again. First down. Again, Omadi getting beat right there. Thielen. You're going to see a 3rd and 8 now. Too easy. Pitch and catch. No pressure. Nothing over the top. Omadi again. Too easy again. No, just an easy clear out all the way down the 2-yard line. And too easy again. Terrible defense. No pressure right there. 1st and goal, and you see his stupid little dance. So here we go. 3rd quarter now. This is finally when they get the ball back. Minnesota would come down and kick a field goal, but they ate up nearly 7 or more than 7 minutes of the clock. I think it was like 9 minutes or 8 minutes. Here comes Wilson. And here's, again, protection breaking down. What does Wilson always do when they come around the sides? Tries to step up, and the defense adjusts. This guy's going to come underneath, and they're going to sandwich him. Boom. Easy sack. He took a few of those in the second half. Vikings came with the pressure. Once they got the lead, that's what Seattle does not do. Seattle rather would sit with a lead like they did against Tennessee in a zone against a non-mobile quarterback, not pressure him, not try to go for the jugular, and just play back. And that's what they were doing. But teams like this that actually want to win will pressure. Here's 3rd and 19, because obviously after you give up a big sack, this is a give-up play of all give-up plays. Weak little screen that you knew wasn't going to get nothing. So here we go in the 4th quarter, down 27-17. Back to pass. Wilson throws. That's a clutch move right here, too. If Swain makes this catch, because if the ball's on target, he's obviously open. You have plenty of time to come back. This drive killed it right there because that drop was made that catch was not made by Swain. What happened was Seattle would punt the ball and the Vikings would just run the clock out like this. They have them deep right here, 11 minutes to go. They took, I think, a good 5 or 6 minutes off the clock on this drive alone. Madison just ran rough shot in the second half. And then here's another play right here, 2nd and 1. This is just too easy. No pressure. Hits the tight end. Adams with no coverage right here. Here's a backbreaker too. 8 minutes left to go. You can possibly get the ball back with time left to go. You do everything right here in blitz, and then the coverage just wasn't there right there. You can't allow this right here. You have that much pressure, and you can't allow a perfect pass. I don't know if that was just good defense or lucky play by freaking Kirk Cousins. It definitely wasn't good defense, but here we go. There you go, running the clock down some more. The defense was tired right here. You're out there too much. The offense didn't get out there and do anything in the second half. And the defense had some terrible scheming. They tried to get in the end zone right here, but luckily they stopped them. So Vikings would go on and kick a field goal right here. Another field goal because Myers broke his streak, of course. So let's just show you the field goal. I don't know why I'm showing this anyway. And that was your final score. So the Vikings win 30-17. My final takes from this game is this. Seattle did, again, what they did in the first half of last season defensively. Played a soft-ass zone, over-pursued the blitz, blitzed at the wrong times, terrible coverage, misassignments, and the offense didn't do what they did in the first half of last season, at least in this game. They shut down in the second half. They didn't do nothing. They left their defense on an even bigger island or a smaller island in the middle of the ocean than they did the week prior. Seattle's offense should take accountability, even though they scored 30 points last week. I think they should have kept the pedal to the metal and put that game away against Tennessee. And in this game, they dropped the ball as well several times. I don't know why they just could not adjust to whatever the Vikings were doing and changing up. There was no deep routes in this game, just a lot of mediocre stuff that didn't work, and Russell took sacks, and they did not go fast plays. They did not trust the run. You got to trust the run. And so far, this does not look like the Rams offense from the Rams coordinator this year. I'm kind of disappointed the last 2 weeks, especially in the second half of games. And defensively, everyone wants to fire Ken Norton, but there has to be a change. I say you give him a couple more weeks. He's got to get this shit fixed, because now you're playing division, and you've got Santa Clara at home on the road on Sunday. Then you got to go and play the Rams at home 4 days later. And you know the Rams are going to beat the Cardinals. So they're going to be 4-0, and everyone's going to say McVay's a genius, and the Rams are the greatest thing since sliced bread, and it's returned to the greatest show on turf, even though they don't put up any kind of points like that. And Matthew Stafford's going to be praised. I'm telling you, Stafford's not going to make the whole season. He's going to get injured at some point. He's a terrible quarterback. There's a reason why he was in Detroit that long. I'm just telling you, he's on borrowed time right now. The Rams can gloat it up all they want right now. I still believe the Seahawks are going to steal this division. I just believe right now the Seahawks have these very next 2 games are super important for winning this division long run. So go Hawks. I hope they get better. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully there's better things to come. This one hurts because I do know a few Vikings fans, and they are annoying as fuck. And I can't stand them. And I love Carlos, though. He's one of the Vikings fans. I could deal with him, but he gets pretty damn annoying. But only because we're such good friends. He's like a brother to me. Can I stand him? But he was giving me the business after this one. So, and rightfully so, man. This game was not even close. The second half, Seattle never showed up. So let's hope for better things. Let's hope for a 2-2 record. And I'll have the preview for that one on Blue Friday. So take care.